Yeah, my buddy did that.
With some
My
wooden
first
rifles.
roommate in college, he was ROTC and got kicked out. Got kicked out of school and the ROTC, which is hard to do because the ROTC needs your ass to stay. They need people bad.
What did he do? Smoking weed?
Never showed up. Showed up drunk if he did show up. Was drunk and never showed up. Yeah. So he'd have he'd have superiors yelling at him, come and get him out of his dorm room. His whole life needed structure, so it was good, but it never worked for this dude because nothing was going to fix him. He was on his own little planet.
So guys that are on their own little planet, and then they go to the military, and they got long hair, and they cut their hair, and then they kind of deprogram you, right? Where you laughed, and the guy fucking kicked you in your ass. You were laughing at him, and he's like, "What the fuck are you laughing at?"
Yeah, yeah.
And so they're breaking you down, and then we all become the same. We all, you know, and then all the same.
They give you
all think the same.
I don't know, propaganda, what they do to you, but all of a sudden, it's the Army way, and you got to do it that way. You know, you believe in it. You believe in it. It's not till after I came back that I was in Germany and I said, you know, war is hell. There are no winners in war. Nobody wins. Either side, nobody wins. Everybody has people dying. Everybody has family. We have people that love them. And yet, we go over there and we do this because they're asking us to. Mm-hmm. You know, and you don't think twice about it. When you're in the middle of it, man, all you can think about, hey, we got to take care of business. You know, you're guarding your partner, you're guarding you want to stay alive, you're fighting to stay alive.
How often were you scared? Were you scared ever?
Can you forget that you're in Vietnam?
No.
By just doing your job? I don't think you could.
No, yeah.
Because when every day you look out,
it's there.
It's there.
I had an old pilot that had seen me on television doing police work here. Through the department, he got in touch with me and he said, I had to talk to you. He says, weren't you ever afraid? Because all you did was laugh. He says, that's all you ever did. And I was a crew chief on a helicopter. So essentially, when you're up there flying, you're shooting a gun. That's all you're doing. And he says, and we've been through some heavy stuff. And I said, you know, Mr. Johnson, I can still hear you saying, oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God. He's in a hover hole. You know, we're just hovering. He says,
oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God.
I can hear you saying, oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God. He says, and all I can hear you is laughing, saying, it's okay, Mr. Johnson. They're just throwing softballs at us. You just keep flying. You're doing good. You know, and he got us out of it, and I owe the guy my life. You know, he's the one that got us up and out of it. We're taking all this shit.
Those were before Black Hawk. Those were just.
I know. Those were like the Hyundais of the sky.
Yeah.
And they didn't even bring them back. Off the aircraft carrier, they ditched them in the water.
Yeah, they got rid of them.
They threw them in the water with planes.
I was too stupid to be afraid, you know, and I'd sit there. After you're going hot, then you're breaking away because you're going to come back and make another run. You're saying, oh, dear God, just let me get through this one. Come on. You know, please, God, help me out. You know, you get through it on the way back. But once you were away from it, you're all good. It doesn't matter. It's just like walking down the block again.
Well, you're a bunch of young kids is all I can ever think about. It's like, are you sneaking away trying to see girls ever?
Over there? Or?
Yeah, over there.
No.
Never?
No.
On leave, though.
Well, no, I take that back. Yes.
I was going to say, it's a bunch of 19-year-old boys.
You'd go into town, and it was restricted because it was a heavy fortified VC bait, you know, where we were at. So you're allowed to go into open storefronts if there were stores. You weren't allowed to go off the street. And really, if you had the time, and I didn't get to go into town that often, but when you did, you couldn't wait to get off the streets.
Right.
You know, just go catch a little, you know, hey, buku, bang, bang.
Yeah.
Buku, boom, boom.
Shit, all right. Buku, bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
Buku, boom, boom.
Buku, bang, bang.
And these little kids, they would steal the shit out of you. You know, they just... That movie, Good Morning Vietnam, Robin Williams.
Yeah.
The way the kids steal shit, that's just the way they were. You know, and I didn't realize it then. You know, you thieving little pieces of shit. Well, they're doing what they got to do to get by. So we'd go by and get boxes of sea rations. And put...
What was in those?
Oh, sea rations were canned meats, ham and eggs, meatloaf, boned chicken. There were vegetables in them. Some of that shit was good.
I was going to say, I guess some of it's got to be all right.
Yeah, I trade around. I love the ham and eggs.
And so it's in like a tin, and you open it, and you heat it, or you just open it and eat it?
If you had time to heat it, you'd heat it. Sometimes you didn't. And you had these little P38s. They're a little can opener, just a little small thing. Went around.
A little key like that.
Open it up, eat your stuff. So you'd take a case of them. In a case, there was 12 boxes of sea rations. And so... you'd leave the box in the back of the Jeep or in the back of the truck so they could see that it was there, knowing that they're going to steal it.
Oh yeah, I was like, just take it.
And you fire on them?
Take it.
The freebie.
No, you put a smoke grenade in there.
Oh
And
man, that's awesome.
open the box and
That's like when you go to rob a bank and then you go, look, oh man, bam!
Yeah.
Red fucking die all over you.
put smoke on them or give them. They love candy, so X-Lax. Give them X-Lax.
Oh my God.
You're different. It's a different world, when you're doing that stuff.
Yeah.
And just watch. And they'd run around. They'd run fast. There's no way this fat ass is ever going to get. I was thin then, but I'm not going to chase anybody. So they'd run, and then you hear. And then you can see the smoke coming up, and then you'd see him run around. You buku number 10, new number 10 GI, and then pumping you off, but didn't hurt anybody. It was just
for fun.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was 18. I just turned 18.
18.
I turned 18 November
fuck?
29th, and I was there the first week of February.
What did you do on your 18th birthday? Do you remember? On the actual day of, like you were probably still in high school, right?
Yeah, I was a senior in high school.
You remember, Grant?
I don't remember. What did you do?
I went to Buffalo Wild Wings in Ann Arbor, Minnesota with my friends.
That sounds about right.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I think
yeah.
we went to Hooters. I'm almost positive we went to Hooters with my buddy's dad. I think he took
I
us
was
to Hooters
in
restaurant.
Chicken wings. You got
I was in Fort Stewart, Georgia. I was in the Army by myself.
You know what I did? I went with the guys I was playing baseball with April 23rd, the day of my 18th birthday. Went to Hollywood Boulevard to the Pussycat Theater, and we watched Deep Throat and The Devil and Miss Jones. Fucking cochinos, eh? Still in high school, man.
My heroes.
And then we had the first baseman, Eddie Rincon, this big dude, and he would laugh like, and then when they were fucking, he would just be laughing. We're like, Eddie, shut the fuck up. We had never seen, I'd never seen a porno.
How was Deep Throat? It's like the iconic one, but I don't know how many people actually see it.
This is a good movie.
I think it was tons of people saw that, right?
It had
But
that
wait, it
whole-
was on- It was on Hollywood Boulevard? Yeah, it was on
It had that
Hollywood.
music.
Yeah.
That kind of shit soundtrack.
By the way,
Yeah.
I got to give the other side of it, okay? So I messed with the kids. Nothing serious, never hurt anybody.
Were you going to go and get some American
But I
motherfucker? What do you
did.
mean you're gonna
But
do
I
that?
did help start an orphanage over there. And I wrote back the city that I grew up in, Pico
What do you
Rivera.
mean? You left all the kids in one fucking little house?
Yeah.
No, they were
Orphanage.
They were living. It
impromptu
touched my heart when we saw these little kids,
it's awful, man.
8 years old, teaching them how to protect their village. With Uzis and any gun that they could get their hands on. So then, the guys that I was flying with, everybody just took it upon themselves. Rode home. I rode home to my family in Pico. They put it in the local Pico press, the Pico paper, and asking for help. So I got clothes and stuff sent to me. We helped start a village, a little orphanage back there. The orphanage is still in existence today.
Wow.
They're still supported by the same guys that.
Same kids are there. They're fucking 75 years old.
yeah.
They're still there. They never got out of the way. We came to get them.
One of the kids was a little girl that is now married, alive, and well, living in Huntington
Big
Beach.
tetas?
Yeah.
Probably not because you're chinita. Probably not.
And
Probably long
alive and
nipples,
well.
but nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing else.
heavy long nipples.
She's wanted to thank people, because she made it out. She was part of the orphanage, and she's here now.
That's wild.
That's insane.
Do you ever go in the middle of the night and scare her?
Yeah.
You get $1, or you go to a window? The helicopter.
Smoke grenade.
Hey, so, I don't know, man. I just don't. It's fine. I'm fascinated by asking you because I know that I'm not sure. There were no like IED, like none of the stuff like they had in Afghanistan where you're walking and blow up.
No, and I didn't worry about that. They
didn't booby trap back then?
They had mines
all
back then,
sorts
but
of
I wasn't on
booby
the
traps.
roads. I was up in helicopter, so land to get back to my hooch. And the only time I was ever in a vehicle was when we had to go pick up more ammunition or go make a trash.
What would you
dump.
take? Food to the guys, pick up trash, like get down low, dump all the shit, maybe take a guy with you and get the fuck out of there, like fly in and fly out?
No, I'm telling you, that's the only time I was in a vehicle. In a helicopter, two kinds I was there. Number one, for the first 7 months, I was in what we call slicks. These are Huey helicopters that would go in. We would resupply, take them either food, their mail, ammunition, new troops. We would extract old troops, wounded troops, dead troops. So insertion, extraction. That's what we did. At one time, we were flying defoliation, this Agent Orange that you hear about. They put a big fucking bladder inside the helicopter with
Oh, my God.
sprayers out there.
Oh.
And then we'd fly over rice paddies. Matter of fact, that's the only time I ever saw somebody that I ever shot, because when people are shooting at you, you're shooting back, all you're seeing is muzzle flashes. Well, now I'm flying over a rice paddy, and right by the end of these dikes that are in between them, as we're going, all of a sudden, and you're flying slow. You're low and slow, and all of a sudden, some little ding jumps up and hit the helicopter at least 3 or 4 times before I reacted, and I hit him. And when I hit him, man, he flew, bam! He flipped and fell and went back down. And as soon as that happens, you immediately have to drop smoke to mark the spot, and then you pull up and out. Wow. And then the gunships that are flying escort for you, they come in with miniguns and rockets. And so that day, I just made a decision. Man, I'm tired of running. Every time you get shot at, you got to run. The big boys with the guns come in. So I went in and I said, I want to fly guns. So I went to gunships. And never saw another Vietnamese soldier or anybody, South Vietnamese, VC, North Vietnamese, that I hit. But then I did, and that's the only one I ever saw in country. The rest of the time is all gunships. So.
Is there a reason for tracer fire so they could see where they're shooting?
Yeah,
so
and I want to say
something you can't
my
see?
memory serves me correctly. It's every 5th or every 10th round is a tracer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And
So the other guys would come in after you guys to clean up, huh?
they would. We didn't go in to clean up. Nobody went in to clean up. You did what you had to do. And
I meant finish up. If there was, would they go in to make sure there was no other soldiers there? Is that why they were backing up?
No.
Why would they come in after you guys then? When you put
the gunships? As soon as you'd mark the spot where it happened.
Yeah.
First thing you do is you know, incoming or shots fired, and then I would throw one. There'd be another slick behind me. He would
to
throw
light
one.
him up.
So the gunships. We would then pull out the gunships and know, okay, somewhere between the two smokes, that's where the enemy was.
Just
So they just come in with miniguns and rockets.
What was the caliber? What were you shooting?
I was using M60.
60s.
7.62 rounds. And the M16 was 5.62.
And it was every 5 rounds for tracers.
Yeah.
I watched Restepo, that thing.
Yeah.
And they said with that 50 caliber gun with a sniper, even if it misses somebody, if it goes by them, it'll sear their skin.
Yeah,
It's going so fast.
that 50 calibers is an ugly, big, vicious weapon. You know, we could never shoot something like that, you know, with what we had.
That's a big, isn't it? It's huge, isn't it?
Big
it's
asshole
massive.
round.
Yeah, you see them, you can't believe they go in and come out of a fucking gun. That's so big.
Those guys, I did the Harry Truman out there in the ocean a couple years ago, and I shot the 50 caliber, and you're not even looking, you know, the gun is out there, but you're in here looking at a screen, and you have the red thing, and you look, and they fire, and you just shoot into the thing. But I go, what do you see out here? He goes, And those guys are like, oh man, this is some Somali pirates, and they try to come at us. And I go, what do you guys do? He goes, Jordan, they disappear like in a puff of red, like flap.
They're gone.
They disintegrate.
And they don't give a fuck.
There's a 50 cal bullet.
Yeah, it's
big.
massive.
There you go.
It's the
Bigger
biggest
than
thing
a
I've
dollar
ever seen.
bill.
They ride up on us, and he goes, they ride up on us in these dinkety ass fucking things, and they start shooting like you hear pop, pop, and they're like, are they fucking shooting?
Those guys have balls, man. They run up on the biggest ships.
Fucking light them up.
Yeah, they do.
We had, we went.
You hear that, Somali pirates?
When I was
Motherfucker, you guys don't even have shoes, eh?
Don't be running up on our boats.
flying guns, they gave us a mission. It was to search and destroy pack elephants. The North Vietnamese and the South Vietnamese were using elephants to transport their food and ammunition, their weapons. So they said, okay, here's where they're last seen. There's a group, go out there. So we go out there.
Shoot elephants?
Shoot elephants. And we went out, and what we did was we had white phosphorus, Willie Peter, in the rockets. So you'd go in here, light it up this way, make another run, and light it up that way. So the only way the elephants can get out is
Oh my God.
you'd close them
waiting
out
for the
3
clearing.
ways. Yeah, and they'd say, okay,
Here they come.
here they come. You guys get them first. So they allowed us, 'cause we had freewheeling 60s. You guys get the and remember, this is
So there's smoke. There's smoke here, and they're looking. They just see smoke, and they don't see smoke there, so they're running.
they're running out
right
that
towards
way.
you.
Yeah, towards the open door. And this is
I think that's better than a circus. Huh?
Yeah, man.
this is
Not for
Byron
them.
Belly, take notes, man.
remember, this is war, you know, and it's not something that I would ever do or think of. Or
Yeah, no. Yeah.
don't write me letters, animal activists. But they're coming out, and then the pilots said, okay, you guys get first crack. So we're shooting our freewheeling 60s at them, and you hit them, and a 60 on that elevator just like flies, you know.
Yeah, I was going to say, that can't hurt him that much.
That inbound, we said, okay, your turn's up, now our turn. Then they'd come in, and they'd hit them with rockets. But all that ever happened with rockets is they hit right below and the elevator you just see the elevator just go boom,
Fall over, yeah.
fall over sideways,
Dead. Like shocked hit.
I don't know what the fuck
System
we were going to go
gone.
down. We were going to
Stiff.
go down with the stethoscope.
Yeah.
You know, we just
Take its pulse. See how it is.
There's no head.
Yeah.
You just go
Nobody's
for,
yet-
they go for the legs, though. That's all
nobody's
they were doing,
calling
right?
code blue. Well, with rockets, you're just
Shooting
all
at
you're-
it.
Yeah, you're aiming at anything close. And back then, the sights for rockets weren't that really.
This was the site for the rocket.
This was a
Yeah.
sight, and what you would do is they'd put a little circle with an X on the windshield. You know,
Oh my God.
So you'd okay,
like a
there it is.
decal.
Bam.
Yeah. They would just move it if it was
Oh,
off.
there
Like,
you
nah,
go.
put
Yeah,
that sticker
right?
over here.
You'd aim it over there.
So you had to be more of a marksman than I would say now, maybe.
Yeah, you'd have to shoot it. Okay, let's see where that. Okay, now let's try it again. And
I'm like Googling this as you're talking about it. I'm not even finding a lot of results about people talking about shooting elephants.
Yeah.
In the, like,
I'm
this
sure
is-
they didn't brag about it.
But
No,
like,
it's
I
not
don't know,
something-
I
I'm sure
wouldn't
that
say
was-
breaking news. This
I'm
is-
sure that was military.
Breaking
I'm sure that was
news.
military secrets. I mean, that was like you don't talk about.
nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, and I emphasize that was war, not something that should be done. You know, you talk about it was ugly. There are no winners in war.
Did you ever have to hand somebody?
No.
No street fight. No.
You
Nobody
were
came
in
up
the
to
air.
you.
No,
you think
I
it was
was-
safer in the air than it was on the ground?
Oh, I do. You ask
See,
the
I
guys.
feel
in
that,
the-
right? That's what my first thought was, because
and
on
the
the
guys
ground,
on the ground
shit.
think just the opposite. They were scared to death of being in the air. And this fat ass didn't want to be in the jungle with scorpions and rats and tigers. And
I'm with you.
all
I'm
that
up. I'm
shit.
way up. Put me in the
You know,
sky.
and then
Blah, 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 blah.
I'd come home, you know, I'd land, rearm, refuel, and then go back to my hooch where I had a cot and I had a, you know.
So you'd be away.
yeah.
But then also there'd be guys behind you, bigger helicopters behind you, or to
well,
cover you.
in the slicks, when you always had gunship escorts. You know, you always had these gunships escorting with you. And when you're in gunships, you know, shit following you. You're just gunnies. You're not gonna be going down and landing. You're just gonna be flying and shooting and then coming back home.
How many of those things just fell on the, just malfunctioned and crashed on their own? Did that happen a lot or no?
No, it's either pilot error or they got shot down. They don't fall down on their own.
so they could shoot at you and penetrate the gas.
Fuck yeah! So a helicopter is just thin. You know,
Yeah.
it wasn't shit. So,
But I guess that's what I mean is like those things must have been. I mean, no one's checking them down every time you take them off, right? You're just going. Are the mechanics
There
looking
wasn't
at
much
them?
to them.
yeah. We're checking them.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, every day. The crew chief, that was my job. I'd get out there and check the helicopter out and make sure that it's flyable.
Right.
I'm going to get in it. It's going to be flyable.
Right.
And you get it up, you get in the air. If it took rounds, well, then you come back and now they got to patch those rounds up and they got to make sure we didn't hit anything. There's a few spots, you know, if you lose an engine, you can still go down. You just got to find a place to land it. You lose your tail rotor,
You're done.
You're unless you got a long runway to go to, you're toast. You know, the drive shaft going to the rotor. You know, there's a few places that are really vulnerable, especially if you hit the pilots.
There were some dudes that were shot down that got some pilots that got held as prisoners, right?
yes,
And
sure.
they paraded them through the street. There was a Latino guy.
Yeah, there was several of them. Most of them were fighter jet jockeys because you know they're the ones that got shot down. They saw them coming down. Not many people survived helicopter crashes. You know, much.
It's a
much more
shorter
brutal.
time to get to the ground, right?
Yeah.
You fall out of a plane, you got
You
plenty
don't
of
have
time to live.
parachutes. You don't have
Right.
parachutes
Yeah.
or anything.
There's not one parachute on a helicopter?
No.
Damn.
But I think when you hit,
I might bring my own.
you
They're
jump
like,
out
what's
of
up with that
the
backpack? I'm like, no, I just have a backpack today.
We were.
Get out, and just as you get, it comes out.
We had
I'm going-
armor plating, and flak jackets,
Right.
and I never wore them.
You know, because you thought if you're
Sat on them. I sat.
Did you wear
armor
it?
plating on the floor.
Let me
Yeah.
ask you this: did you wear it because you couldn't button it, or because you wanted to sit
You
on it?
motherfucker, no.
You didn't have an extension
no,
little vest?
shit.
When you
Once
go
you're coming
swimming?
from
you have an extra seatbelt, I need
below.
the extender for the.
You know, they're coming from below. They're not going to,
I think it's better to sit on them, man.
Yeah, that's
Can you imagine
smart.
if they
There's
shoot
logic.
up there, it goes through the helicopter
Exactly.
in your ass,
Exactly.
In your fucking nuts.
in your fucking nuts. You lay there.
God
what the-
forbid. Why would you want to live if that happened?
Did you ever see someone get shot in a helicopter next to you or near you?
My gunner got shot. He took one in the back.
But did he live?
Yeah, he got sent back to the United States. I'm assuming.
When I used to work during the day in Northridge at what was that place, Teledyne or whatever the fuck that was. There was a guy named Dennis Stapp, S-T-A-P-P. And he was kind of short guy with a beard, and he walked in a little thing, but just a roly-poly type dude. And then we were talking about him, And they said, Dennis was in Vietnam. And I said, get the fuck, Dennis was in Vietnam? He goes, yeah, he was a tail gunner on a helicopter. So we used to go to lunch and we're walking over and I said, hey man, you were in Vietnam? And he goes, yeah, I was a tail gunner. I said, what is that? I shot, cleared the roads. We went and shot anything that moved. The tanks were going down there and we had to clear the way. I said, you shoot kids? He goes, maybe. I just shot wherever.
Anybody.
I had to protect either them or me.
Right.
I said, you never had any nightmares or anything? He goes, no, I was doing my job.
Oh, it just went right through.
Wow, man.
Wow.
I was doing my job. That's what I was paid to do. It's going to be me or them. It's not going to be me.
The only nightmares I've ever had about that place is I'm stealing a helicopter.
What is it?
Get the fuck out.
Stealing I wanted to fly so bad because I learned how to fly when I was there.
Oh, wow.
But I wanted to fly so bad. I'd always, in mind, I'm always stealing a helicopter. I'll get on a base and I'm stealing it. I'm starting it up and I'm taking off and flying.
That's your dream. Do you dream still today about it?
Yeah, I still dream about flying.
Let's get you a fucking helicopter.
Oh, shit.
Let's go steal one.
I love
Bird
flying.
flies them.
When I worked homicide, we had our murder scenes. I would always go up in the Bird and take my own pictures.
Does Bird fly helicopters?
No,
Burr.
Burr.
Burr does?
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck? Burr does?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he was
man.
just about to take like his next
Right before
test.
COVID.
and then he's been studying, but then he had to put it off. But yeah, he's very, very into it.
He's the kind of guy that's going to get it and then buy his own fleet of helicopters.
You know it.
Yeah, because he's so into it. For a long time, he was talking about how much he loved it, and then he was going to take a final exam to fly independently. And COVID hit. Yeah, because I don't. It's a ton of hours. I remember he told me one time it's an insane amount of stuff you have to do to get approved.
That was one of the reasons I really wanted to be a deputy, only because they took their pilots from within the rank and file. They wanted to have their pilots. They wanted to bring them in, and they were already indoctrinated, into law enforcement work. And I ended up going, as my career went on, my dream was eventually to get the Homicide Bureau. I didn't get the Aero Bureau. I wanted to go to Homicide Bureau. A good buddy of mine went through academy together, worked patrol together. He went to Aero Bureau, and he had been a Marine Corps fighter pilot. And so he's over at Aero Bureau, and he flies a helicopter, he flies fixed wing. And one time he had to fly me up to San Jose on a case. And it's just him and I in the plane, the fixed wing. And he says, hey, Gil, he says, you want to take off? We're flying out of Long Beach. He says, you want to take off? And I said, yeah. So there it is, man. Pulled back, dude. I got in, pulled up, and we're flying. And God, this is the greatest fucking feeling. I'm up and away. So I said, okay, you got it. And he took it back. And I said, God damn it. There's only one job I would leave Homicide Bureau for. I said, and that's for Aero Bureau to become a pilot.
No shit. I didn't know that.
Never got it, huh?
Yeah, and he says, there's only one job I'd leave Aero Bureau for, and that's the lateral over to Homicide Bureau. And he says, unfortunately for the both of us, he says, I'm not a good investigator, and you're even worse as a pilot, so we better just keep our fucking days
Stay where you are.
Yeah.
This dude was eating some wheat checks at my house, and he's just like, hey, what's in that?
Oh, man.
What's in that? He's like, what you doing with your hands? I don't know. What's in that? And this dude's eating these scones. This guy's like, that motherfucker's dipping pumpkin bread dog treats into a cup of coffee. With his leg crossed, all cool like this. He's like, man, take your time, man. I'm just dumping these little dog treats in fucking coffee and just enjoying like, you know how it sticks on your tongue.
Guys, man, on today's show, special guest on the Part 3 podcast, creator of let me do that again. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Part 3 podcast. Jesus.
I'll do it. Welcome, everybody, to the Part 3 podcast. Welcome, creator, star, writer, maybe one of the only two people who have a successful situation comedy in 2002 and then come back in 2022 with another popular sitcom on another network with my daughter. Please welcome George Lopez.
We got to do the golf clap. We got to do the golf clap.
No,
Thank
seriously,
you so
George,
much.
listen, man. The Part 3 podcast, I'm excited to have you on. No shot is out of bounds on the show. Want to start the show off with Stephen Marble,
These
J.R. Smith.
huge fans, my God, we just said it. I mean, golf is such an eclectic sport that brings people together. I've loved this cat from the beginning, man. and been supportive of his gear, and he's been great. And you have been a big fan of basketball. Congratulations and everything. And then I asked you, I said before, I wish you to become a pro because it would make all of us very happy.
I appreciate it.
And it's good for the game. Yeah. And I started you in this fucking business, okay? So yeah, I love because the first question I ask of everybody that I think is cool or maybe not cool is that, do you golf? It reveals your character in the good and the bad. When I was working at the Laugh Factory in the late 90s, there was this guy that I saw all the time. We started talking about golf. We played at Griffith Park because we weren't members anywhere. And he hit his first ball and he duffed it and he chipped the other one, hit it out of bounds. And I said, hey man, just relax, And he looked at me, he goes, why don't you fucking just worry about hitting your ball and I'll worry about hitting mine. I never spoke to that dude since then. It reveals, usually, if somebody you're in a bad relationship and everybody knows, they don't say shit. And then you're living in your car, you're like, hey man, you looked happy. But in golf, they'll just say, pick it up. I mean, imagine you go to a club, shit anywhere, so, yo, man, pick it up. Let's go. Just pick it up as a gimme. Take her home, get out of here, take them home. Don't work so hard. Relax.
No, man, I appreciate it. You're the first person to pretty much bring the game to me, put the clubs in my hands and everything, pretty much. Thank you for that.
Well, let's wait to see what becomes of. Even when cats got a second lease of life, I almost died. Now I'm just living my life every second. Nobody plays more golf than this cat right now. Not even pros. Like, no, I'm not taking the day off. Then my clubs adjusted. He'll get new clubs. He'll come in some new shirt. You turn around, he's got another shirt on. You're like, what the fuck? How do you change fucking shirts? It's by hole. But I love people that love golf. It can solve a lot. Golf can solve a lot of personal issues, and also you can make friends for life. That's a friend I made for life, friend for life.
Appreciate it, man. G, let's start off with what was your first ever golf memory?
Wow. First golf memory, Lee Trevino in 2004, he and I became friends, and Andy Garcia was like, I can't play with Lee. Tomorrow, George, is Pro-Am in Valencia, and I can't play. You want to play? Played with Lee Trevino, and he and I became like family. Really, just an amazing... we look like waiters from the Red Onion, man. With black pants, red shirt, black shoes. It's almost like, hey, my margarita. Oh, no, we're playing, man. Because that was what he wore. And I just said, I'm going to wear black and red. And he wore black and red. We've had almost like the same kind of childhood. No father, that's something. And then just golf has found a way to give him his life and gave him my life. But, he's always trying to embarrass me. We're playing the Bob Hope. He waits till like there's 150 people. He say, hey, man, George is playing this Bob Hope tournament. I'm out here, man. I'm trying to teach him 5 shots that he can go to and hit anytime he's in trouble. He feels he needs a good shot. I'm going to teach him 5 shots to hit. Now it's like 500 people. He'll try to fight, and he hits the 5 shots. I'm trying to teach him how to roll it over, how to block it, how to hit it down, how to hit the fairway every time he needs it. 5 shots. I said, how many shots do I know? He goes, you don't know any. So I'm trying to teach him 5 shots, just any chance to embarrass me. And he taught me 5 shots I could hit whenever I needed to hit a shot and play. Fucking amazing. It's amazing.
Still works.
Still works.
To carry off that topic right there, I played my first time ever playing golf on a golf course was at your tournament.
Yep.
Never played, never actually hit a tee shot like on a golf course. And my question is, you paired me with Lee Trevino and Joe Pesci. Like, were you not worried maybe I'd have fucked something up? Or?
He doesn't have the time. The time is lost on him. 7 practice swings and, change his shirt. And you're just waiting around. Nobody wants to say anything. And Joe Pesci's like, who brought this motherfucker? He's like, hey, man, let's go, man. Let's go. Oh, all right, G. Okay, cool, man. Sorry, man. I just got lost. They love him. They love him. They love him because they know him, but they don't know him in this world. And it's great to have him playing. It's great to have him playing golf.
He hit me after and was like, dude, I need lessons. I got to get an instructor. He said, I got to get lessons because George put me with Joe Pesci and he was just fucking riding me. He said he wanted to drive the cart and Pesci said, get the fuck out of the way. He wouldn't even let him drive.
No.
And then I remember I had like a 70-yard shot and Lee Trevino was like, hey, shake the hand. He's like showing me how to like a chip shot. And I was like, hit a shot. And I was like, fuck, man, I didn't really know what to say to him, because I was like, I didn't even know. I was like,
That's how long that motherfucker been playing. They don't even have lessons. They like shake the hand, pet. Hey, George, when you pet the cat. You know, pet the cat. You know, take the swing through, but on your way through, like remember to pet the cat. Fuck, every ball goes straight. It's got a cut. I mean, right?
So like Joe's going to the cart to grab a club, and it was a scramble, so we had the same shot. So I go to Joe Pesci and I'm looking at him. He's like, "What are you looking at?" And I was like, "What club do you have?" And I didn't know until after he grabbed a 56 wedge. And he kept covering. He goes, "What the fuck are you looking for? Don't worry about what I have." And I was like, "But I want to see what you're hitting so I can hit the same club." And he goes, "Don't fucking worry. Go back to go get your fucking iron." And I was like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, this guy, man, he wouldn't let me every hole. But I realized at the end he was so cool, you know?
Yes, of course. But I mean, you know, everybody has their own personality when they play too. And I think when somebody's new, you're like, what the fuck's this guy doing? or especially, listen, don't show up with no plastic covers on your clubs, man.
Oh, man.
Yo, right?
I'm trying to school him like the no tour bags. Like for us, the amateurs, we stand bags, maybe a little carry bag. When
it's
you
a
pull
TV
up,
show, bro.
I get it. But when you pull up to the spot and you got the tour bag, the expectations are a little, and we all know when that happens in golf, the game just
crumbles. It crumbles. You know, but you're right. If you go with this bag right here, you better be good.
You got your name on the bag. You got the logo.
A dude showed up and he had the little chain that was connected to it so he wouldn't lose it.
I said,
let me take all the. What are you doing? You take them all like in a bouquet of plastic with numbers on them and throw them in the trash. They're better in there than they are here. Just got to get a little nicked. Things got to get a little crazy.
Yeah,
and you know.
Are you a gear guy? Are you a equipment guy? Like, are you changing out all the time? Or are you a tweaker? Like, what's your style? What's your game?
You know, I move around a little bit more. You know, when I was playing the Primes in like the 2000s, I was a Titleist dude and the Vokey wedges and stuff and the Scotty Cameron. And then I went to like, you know, I love TaylorMade stuff. You know, the irons is good and the Callaway had some crazy irons. But, you know, they're very territorial, man. It's almost like if you're dating somebody. Like, you know, they came out with some clubs. TaylorMade came out with some clubs, and I called TaylorMade, and then I was like, "Hey, man, you know, I'd like to see if I can get a set of these clubs." And then they go, "Hang on a sec, somebody's called Titleist." They're like, "Hey, man, are you on the phone with TaylorMade?" No, no, because they said you called TaylorMade. What said I called to? Why would I call Taylor? I'm with you guys. And I mean, it's like that. You know, you find out if you collect them, then your house looks like a Roger Dunn or Dick's Sporting Goods, but
right.
It's hard not to want the newest clubs, but sometimes you find the best success in a club that's maybe 2 or 3 generations from what people are hitting now. I mean, it just, you know, you never know, right? You never know what makes something work. You know, Trevino won the U.S. Open in 71 with a putter he went and got at a sporting goods place that he found that was $50. And then he took it to the hotel room and he said, I jumped off the bed and I landed on it from different angles to get it to bend, because back then there weren't the trucks, you know, so he'd lay it down and jump off and land on it, look at it and putt it and put it down and turn it, and he won. And there's a video of him winning that probably looks like it was shot in the 1200s, you know, now because of the quality, but he's kissing this putter, he's turning all 4 ways and just kissing this putter and holding it up, paying $50 for that putter, won the U.S. Open.
That's incredible.
So, you know, it's however it feels, you know, however it feels. I think when somebody that's an amateur tries to play with like blades, man,
trouble.
Oh man, blades is.
It's gonna be a long round that day.
What's the sweet spot on it? It's like when they kill like in those movies, like Jason Bourne, they put that little red dot. You know, is that the sweet? I think it's the size of on a blade on a blade. The sweet spot is no place. Yeah.
George, you have one of the better short games I've seen. Correct? Is it because you need it often, or is it because you like it?
No, it's because I needed it often. I couldn't understand the idea of being a good driver, so I was never a good driver. But also, I learned in this public course in Somar, El Carrizo, and El Carrizo was public, so you know, there's in a Saturday morning, there's like 6 groups behind you, and if you took one practice swing, everybody was quiet, and if you took 2, they'd come on, what the fuck? What the fuck? Hey man, what the fuck? So I play like I'm on fire, man. I tell you, I hit it and get out of the way, right? I
hit it and get it.
I've got it down now where I don't even take a practice swing. I just move it here and I get in there. I mean, it's just that when you grow up, play in one of those places where they would just put everybody out because they're making money by getting people out there. Nobody was quiet. You know, you'd be in the backswing and somebody would drive by and honk. Bad. You know, nobody gave a shit about golf etiquette. you know. So I play fast.
And Lakeside makes you good at that short game too, hitting those high ones.
Yeah, I think with the short game, years ago I played in Van Nuys, that Billingsley place that right on there, that no hole longer than like 110 yards, and this guy had this wedge, and he was just doing all this stuff with it like a wizard, man. He'd be like, "You're right behind the tree, yep," and you come out, bloop, and you're just like, man. And this guy's like, I'm like, hey, dude, what are you doing? He goes, I just don't hit it long enough, so I'm always doing my short game. But I just became kind of, I could hit it from anywhere, and I thought I like that, and I just try to hit it from anywhere. Big swing, and it just get a soft.
Yeah, that's what he does. That big ass swing and lets it fall, and then a little nice follow through. But at Lakeside, he hits it high up over those bunkers and just hit and stop.
There's a feeling that I don't know if you can really kind of, I think when you golf, but whether you feel it the way that maybe somebody needs to feel a little bit more, like when you hit a ball solid and it takes off, there's like this energy that goes through the club and through your hands, and I think it ends up like right in here. And when you're watching it, there's this feeling of the satisfaction, like you can't, and it goes away.
Yeah.
When you put up a shot and you see it's going in, it's going in. And I think when you hit a really beautiful shot and it's taking off and it hits you right here, that's what really golf is about. That's what golf is. Yeah.
That's the addiction for sure.
That's the addiction.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, my baseball coach told me that I was a quitter and that I would always be a quitter, and that when things got tough, I quit. And I was like, bullshit, man. He said, let me see where you end up in life, because you know what? When shit gets tough, you pack it in. Let's see where you end up. I'd like to see where you are in 10 years. Pretty nasty, and I started to play golf, and when it got tough, I quit. Like after 9, I'd say, man, I'm going to take off. Where you going? Nah, I forgot I had to go do something. But I really was quitting because it was tough. One time I left, and when I got in my car, and I was driving home. It's like in those old movies, you see the face right here. Didn't I tell you that when it gets tough, you pack it in? He was bad. You know how they fainted or they fade out? And I said, man, I pulled over. I was like, shit, he was right. So I was already doing stand-up. I was maybe 19 or 20. And I hadn't seen him in maybe 3 years. And I went back to San Fernando High School and waited till baseball practice was over, and I walked over there, and it's the first person in my life that I ever apologized to. I told him, he goes, hey, my third base, what are you doing here? I said, hey, man, I came to tell you I'm sorry for the way that I acted when I was here, and you were right about me. When things got tough, I quit. I realized what you told me. I realized that you were right. But I wouldn't be able to go on with my life because I disrespect you, unless I came back and told you that, thank you. And he was like, wow, man, that's powerful for you to come back over here. Yeah. So, so golf did that. I really didn't have a lot of, family, extended family or any family. So golf became like that, those members of the family. That's
amazing.
Yeah.
You started playing young.
I started playing Christmas of 1981. I went to El Carrizo, my friend Ernie, who passed away last April, guy that, I grew up with, and everything that I do in my life, he was the one who said, let's check out Richard Pryor. Let's go get guitars and try to play. Let's, see if you can go do stand-up at the Comedy Store, and let's go golf. I mean, this dude was the guy who had the idea. I realized I didn't have any fucking ideas growing up. And the 4 things that he taught me, I still do. In life, it's a bit of a one or the other. Like, what it's cost me in personal relationships because of being unable to connect to people, golf made me connect to something that I could connect to other people with through golf, and not necessarily through a relationship or trying to, how to keep someone entertained or how to keep a friendship going. It was easier to have it revolve around golf. Like we've seen each other for over 10 years. We've been friends for 8 or so. So all of the guys that Trevino and I still talk, and all the guys that I still hang out with, is because of golf. I'm not sure if golf wasn't there that I would be where I am today.
Like when I saw you, it's like you can immediately talk about golf.
Man,
it's plenty to talk about.
Yeah, and your son has turned into a player. I used to see him when he was a kid, he was a baby, and now you see him play, and my little dude could play, Yeah. When I had my talk show, I gave Justin Bieber a putter, I got Kobe a putter. I gave guys that I knew that loved golf. Shakira, I gave her a putter, probably used it to chase her ex-husband out of the house. but it just became like I just became and gave these things to people that I liked,
Damn, my first golf gift for you was my putter, my TaylorMade Ben Baller
amazing.
flat putter.
Amazing.
That's crazy.
I'm trying to get that black diamond out. I'll get it.
How often are you playing golf these days, man?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, man. In the mid '80s, when I was just doing stand-up, you travel, you flying coach. I was leaving Dallas, and in one of those like Southwest folders, there was this golf course in Europe, Old Head, that has been there forever in Ireland. It looks like it was hanging off the earth. I mean, the 7th hole at Pebble over there, okay, but this is a whole golf course on a 2-mile peninsula that looks like it's in the middle of the ocean. Chicano tore the page out of the magazine. Of course, you tear it out. For you keep it and you leave the rest of the magazine there. People are trying to read it. All of a sudden, it goes from page 70 to 80. What happened to the other pages? I kept it in my wallet for years. I just became a member last week. I joined.
Oh, that's dope.
I joined Old Head.
Right.
Perfect.
I played there 3 years ago. I loved it, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna join. So I became a member.
Oh, that's dope.
I mean, that's how much I love golf, but I also love what it's done for me personally, like what it's made me become. Yeah. I've seen some funny shit too, but I mean, it's done, this dude, we're playing with the Chicano dudes over at Lakeside. You take these guys from the hood and you're like, hey man, this guy's going to hit. He goes, no, I'm good. I'll get out of the way. And, he said, I would get out of the way, knock down this guy, knocked down a utility. We didn't even get a chance to say his name. Yeah. And he turned around and like an Uncommon Valor, like or Tropic Thunder, any war movie where the dude gets hit in the back and he's like, and they drop to their knees and their hands go up. Oh, this dude, man, like he was shot, fell to his knees, went like that, and then fell forward like a domino, fell forward, like right in the middle of the back. So, in golf, it's never funny when somebody gets hit, but if they're not paying attention, it's funny as fuck.
Yo, like in your entire memory, do you have a golf shot that was like the most memorable, or the most favorite shot you've had in a round?
I had a hole-in-one at Lakeside when I played with Ray Allen. 195 par 3, horrible hole. I don't like it, least favorite.
Yeah.
Hit was a PXG hit, landed one, went in. And then it was Paul Pierce's retirement jersey ceremony in Boston, but Ray wasn't invited. I think Ray and the Celtics. So he didn't go, but it made it look like he was golfing instead of being at Paul Pierce's ceremony, but he wasn't invited. So they're like, oh man, he's out there playing golf with George Lopez and he's not here at the ceremony. It had nothing to do with it. And I'm like, he wasn't invited. Now almost I'm the 12th man, hey, he's not invited. And then I think I chipped in 2004, Pebble Beach, to make the cut on 15, kind of went on this par thing and made the cut by 1 because I was chipping in from everywhere. That's
good as
that's
it gets.
unbelievable, man. You don't even know where that comes from,
It's amazing how it does that, right?
It's like gambling, man. You're hot. You get hot. And I used to play with Jesper Parnevik, and I went on this, like I got 12 strokes to my ball on the thing, and he comes over to me, goes, what are you hitting? And I said, a 5-iron. He goes, are you kidding me? I said, go over there and fucking hit your ball. Let me just hit mine. So I was, I didn't really hit it far, so I would always take extra club. But he was like, fucking 5-iron, 540 yards. Just go back over there, man. Fucking worry about it. And I chunk it, but it hits the front and it's already going forward. So when I chunk it, it hits, but releases and probably ends up like that. Nobody knows what the number is. I always cover the number,
Yeah.
What was that? 9 iron. It's like fucking taking a limousine to fucking drive down the street, man. It's like, that's way too much. I just went on this thing, man, where I couldn't miss. Doesn't happen a lot, but when it does happen, it's just like
it's the best.
Being the hottest gambler in the world, man.
Damn, man, you never told me the story about the ace. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, go to play at St. Andrews, and playing with Trevino is always fun. We play in the desert, He stays at my house. I have a house in La Quinta, and I have this Mini Cooper, and he gets out. He's like, man, this is George Lopez, Mexican Bentley, the Mini Cooper. So, I have it out there. When you have cars, you don't really let anybody mess with your cars,
Right.
So there's all little Mini Cooper, gray, racing stripe, black rims, little orange calipers. It's just nobody drives it. He goes, hey, man, I'm driving that car, man. Woo, that thing's fast, man. It's little and it's fast. I go over there, man. All 4 rims are fucking rashed from the curbs, man.
Damn.
He's driving like it was a golf cart.
He's driving like it's a golf cart. He's coming around the corner. Man, where's that driveway? Man, it's 20 feet up. All rashed. You almost have to make it like part of the design. We're like, oh, that's cool. How it's black. How it's black in the middle and then like really shiny, kind of jagged on the outside. Yeah, man. You know, they make these in Europe. You know, I mean,
I don't play with my cars. You know, I don't fuck around, dog. Like,
and then, you know, he calls you up one time and he goes, hey, man, what's this chocolate you have in there, man? Who makes it? I said, don't eat that shit, man. It's all weed. I said, hey, yo. He goes, really? He goes, wait, mama, don't eat that. Don't eat that. He said, man, I was outside naked, man. I said, what do you mean? He said, I'm watering the grass naked. I said, naked? But my wife was like, Lee, you don't have any clothes on. What? But I mean, you can't, I mean, before weed looked like weed, you pick it up, you're like, oh man, whose is this? But then you pick up a lollipop, you know. This dude was eating some wheat checks at my house, and he's just like, hey, what's in that?
oh man,
what's in that? He's like, what you doing with your hands? I don't know. What's in that? And this dude's eating these scones. This guy's like sitting there 5:30 in the morning. I go, what you doing up so soon, man? He's like, man, this Scotty, I had a dog I rescued for like 2 days. He fucking bit me, but I bought all the food. That motherfucker was dipping pumpkin bread dog treats into a cup of coffee. With his leg crossed, all cool like this. He's like, man, take your time, man. I'm just dumping these little dog treats in fucking coffee and just enjoying like, you know how it sticks in your face.
Oh, yo, break.
Motherfucker, I said, take a look. I said, take a look at that fucking bag. There's a dog on the fucking bag, man.
JR, I said we got to take
There's a fucking dog. He's all fucking, man, this is some cool, this is some good treats right here. The fucking dog on the bag. Who makes this? With the hands on. Who makes this?
fucking hands.
Crazy shit, huh? Just who makes this?
JR, he got you.
Yeah, who?
Hands.
Hey, man, you all right? Who makes this?
oh fuck, my stomach hurts, bro.
Oh my God.
Oh, sorry, man.
Hey, man, stop doing that. What? Stop doing what?
I got a cramp in my stomach, bro.
Weed and golf. That's why we do that. We do that tournament, the Brownie Cup, with me, Cheadle, Anthony, and Cedric, where you play 9 holes sober, and then you eat a marijuana brownie and a double cranberry and vodka. So you count every shot. So the first 9, you're sober, so that's where you got to start. You know, hey man, pars. I save them. You're gonna need them on the back. Cheeto. It's the only tournament that Don Cheeto could win with a 9 and win by 3. Yeah. He hit 3 balls in the water. I mean, you get so high. Cheech played with that. Like, God damn. God damn. He hit 7 into the same fucking tree at Madison. 7. He's like, how much is that? It's just like, and you have to count them all because somebody could hit fucking 9 into a fucking tree that still might win.
Oh man.
And the greatest is where we're playing, and it's kind of getting to the, to the end of it. I'm leading by 1, and then I'm hitting this ball, and I said, hey, did anybody see where it went? And they were all in the middle of the fairway. He goes, yeah, I think. And Cheech is like, man, I saw it, man. It was like right there, it's like right here, and everybody's looking. For at least 20 minutes, I put my hand in my pocket. I go, hey, man, I didn't hit, man. I still had the ball in my hand. I was like, hey, I didn't hit. I didn't remember that. And they're all like, I saw it. Fucking, I didn't hit.
They just knew this.
Man, I mean, if anybody ever wants to do one turn, I mean, the Skins were great to watch back in the day.
Yeah.
I think Thanksgiving weekend, you do the Brownie Cup, play 9 sober, you play 9 high.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I like that.
But I mean, that's what golf, I mean, you're not going to be able to laugh that hard, man.
Golf's amazing.
And that's what golf brings you.
Such a great sport.
Speaking of the tournaments, right? You got your 16th annual George Lopez Classic. What made you want to start the tournament?
Well, I had a kidney transplant in 2005, and I really didn't want to. I remember I told my doctor, I said, hey, man, I don't want to be the poster boy for kidney disease. I was about doing my first show. I was like, I just want to get well, go back to work. And then I've been sick most of my life. So literally a day and a half after my kidney transplant, I woke up in the morning and I was like, man, I feel really good. Like maybe the best I've ever felt in my life. And at that point, I thought to get a transplant and to feel good and then turn your back on people who are sick would be horrible. So I decided to do the foundation and raise money for the kids. We've raised millions of dollars for kids who have kidney disease and military families and people. But that's what I decided to do because I still feel great, man. It's almost 18 years. I mean, nobody survives that long.
I mean, I played a lot of tournaments, like a lot of
who makes this? But I mean, yeah. So I mean, it's a great tournament, and it's just always so much fun.
No, I'm invited this year, right?
Yes, you all are.
You know what's crazy is like on hole 7, there's literally, there's tents on every hole, a celebrity tournament. Hole 7, there's literally a table filled with blunts. And I'm like, God damn. And then at the turn, there's the bar, there's tacos, there's a DJ. Like I've never experienced, because he has a cart with playing music and everything. It's loud as hell. I've been to a lot of tournaments. I've never been anything like that before, man.
When I was doing my talk show, it lasted 2 years. It was amazing. I mean, we did a lot of great things. And then, I was driving the car one time when it was over, and I said, man, how does a show like that not, continue? Snoop was on, and everybody smoked weed. Snoop gets there early with his guys, and he gives his Laker outfit, the pants that he wears and the long, like a player's outfit, and he gives it to wardrobe, and he asked the wardrobe girl if she could steam it for him. So he wears. So she's steaming it, man, and this weed smell is coming out of it. She's like this, and she's steaming it. They go into wardrobe, and they find her like the Statue of Liberty, man, on her back, holding the steamer with steam coming out of it like this. Like if the Statue of Liberty fell over, and she was like this, and steam was coming out of it, she passed out from steaming Snoop's clothes because the smell of the weed was coming out. And then Snoop stayed there. I think it was like 1:30 in the morning. That phone rings. I'm like, hello. And they're like, hi, Mr. Lopez. This is Officer Schultz at Stage 29, Warner Brothers. Yeah. What's going on? Snoop and his entourage are still in there. Apparently, it still smells of marijuana. I'm not sure what you want us to do. I said, go home. Just pretend we never talked. I said, go home. I said, go home, man. They're going to leave. I said, go home. Just don't look back. Just get in your car. And
They'll be all right.
I mean, we did some crazy shit in there. That's part of leave.
What is your absolute favorite club in your golf bag?
I got a Adams utility, like a hybrid in Pebble a long time ago, and it has you guys know this because it has the worn sweet spot in the middle, and I don't know, man. Whoever made it, however they made it, I could hit that thing so good all the time. And I take it. I don't have it in the bag all the time, but if I'm playing and it means something, I take that thing because it just works. You know that it just works. Man. Yeah. It just works. Yeah,
for sure.
So if there was one part of your game right now that you can make on a PGA Pro level, what would it be?
I would say anywhere in from 100 yards. Right.
He hits those half pitch shots, little 40-yard, 30-yard, 50-yard. I heard Tom Watson. They asked him once. They said, that is the hardest shot in golf, right? So they said to Tom Watson, they said, what do you do when you get a 45-yard shot? And he said, I fire my caddy. Because it's the hardest shot. And that's what he is, money. I mean, you're natural at that. That's because even you see the tour guys, that's the shot you could hit 45 yards, or you could hit it 2 yards, or you could hit it 100 yards, right? You blade it, it's going 100, you lose the ball, you could chunk it a foot or two, but he just talking, walks up, no practice swings, keeps talking and hits it and does this high follow through, holds that shit, and it goes high and it just hits and stops.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, you sent me a pic one time. You had the high hands. I played like a short shot. It was
this is golf, man. Like when I was playing at the AT&T, it's like every hole is you might have a hole that you just can't do well on. The 6 at Pebble that when you had to hit the second shot above that.
It's hard.
It's hard. And I would hit great drives and I would say, I'm 185, I'm going to do it. And I would hit it right into the face of that thing. And then have to walk up there and you cliff and just have to go up there. The last AT&T I played in, I got up I was maybe 85 yards, and I sculled it, and it went past all the people that got in the, in the back of or the green people moved out of the way, and the whole time I'm telling Mike Collins, that guy from ESPN, I'm saying, man, it's horrible, man. I'm paralyzed with my hands playing this kind of pitch, just like paralyzed. I hit in the middle, get this far, paralyzed, and the next was a flop, and I hit it up, and it went in, and it's like that's golf where you could literally be walking with the guy and just saying, it's fucking, I'm paralyzed with my fucking hands, man. What fucking hit you right there, paralyzed. And the next one you hit in the air, it lands and it rolls in, man. It just, that's
full flop
what
shot,
it is.
sure.
Yeah. It's like life, man. Like, I looked at it like, if you got in trouble, get out of trouble. Like if I hit it where I was in trouble, the guys are looking, they're trying to make some incredible thing happen that's not going to happen. They think it might happen, but in reality, if you're in I would always say, if you're in trouble, man, get out of trouble and just get it to the middle, play to the middle. If things, even before I took lessons and things were really bad, if we were all shitty, I tell these dudes, just play it to the middle, man. Just hit it to the middle of the fairway. Then it'll work itself out. Yeah.
That's true, man. You played a lot of pro-ams, right? Like
Yes.
you played. Who would you say was like your favorite tour pro that you played with? You got a crazy story about that?
I played with some great ones, man. I played with BJ at the Waste Management in Phoenix, and I was hungover from going to a Laker game, and I thought I looked pretty good. Took private jet over there. When I landed on the first tee, he looks at me, goes, "You all right?" Fucking knew I was hungover. Nobody knew. Had these great pants on, great sweater. I looked amazing, man. Hat backwards with some sunglasses. Walks up, "You all right?" I said, He goes, "Yeah." No. Mike Weir was awesome. I played with Jack Nicklaus in Kentucky. Yeah. So I played, with Nick Faldo was great. I mean, and I played at the Sunday at the Masters. Trevor Immelman took me, and Mike Weir took me. Where the Sunday past champion can bring a guest the Sunday before the Masters. So you see Augusta, you know where it is in Georgia, and it says Augusta National welcomes George Lopez on the thing. I said, I thought this place was racist. And I didn't see the lady behind the counter right there. Apparently I'm racist, but this place is fine. And then, we stayed overnight one time and I have a picture of Clifford, the first chairman of Augusta. And he's hanging over this fireplace and, it's like some old white man like this. And they said, the guy says, "Look at the eyes. If you move around the room, they follow you." I go, "Yes, they follow us, but do they follow him?" So I think for my style of comedy, I think, the South is the perfect place.
You go to town down there
to make fun of it.
Right.
We were Trevor Immelman and I were in the champions locker room, the first Masters that Tiger went back to after his issues, right? So Tiger's a really strange cat, man, like around the tournament stuff, because he's been, he's that guy. And he walks in and he just, "Hey, Trev." And he just immediately goes into the bathroom. Like he walks like this, "Hey, Trev," and just goes into the bathroom. And he goes, "Hey, let's go." I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "He's not going to leave. He won't get out of the bathroom until we leave." I said, "Get the fuck out." He goes, No. He'll stay in there until we leave. I said, "Get the fuck." He goes, and I said, "Let's just stay." He goes, No, let's go. And I think it was true. I think Tiger would have stayed in there. If we would have stayed in there for hours, I think he would have stayed in there. Damn. I mean, awkward, man, around, like that's their whole, around the court, that's your domain. But then 100%. Some cat you see that's a comedian, you're just like, "Oh shit, he's not the champion. What's he doing in here?" Hey. It's
like
cats are odd, man. Yeah. Dudes are odd.
Yeah.
And I don't know if odd helps or it hurts, but if you're odd and you're really odd, then it might work. But if you just have quirks, that won't make you, a champion. Like, Boo Weekly, or those cats that, are just so different in any sport.
Right.
Sometimes it's real and sometimes it's just that these cats are just.
You need to be extra quirky to work. Extra odd is like a Rain Man.
It totally is.
That's what I wanted to ask you, because especially like with a podcast like this, black guy, Asian guy, white guy, obviously Latino. Did you face anything like that in golf?
Wow, that's an interesting question. I think so. I think the Bob Hope was a little bit in times past. Like when they made me the host, I brought Sam Jackson, I brought Clint Eastwood, I brought Ray Romano, I brought all these Jimmy Kimmel, all those guys, and I don't think that they wanted it to be that far from their hands. Like also, they didn't bring anybody, I did, and I don't think they wanted to be in a tournament where I would do things without asking them. And it made the tournament better, but not for them. And they're the establishment. They're the guys. They're the Bob Hope, board. And they would decide who came and who didn't come. And then now I was doing it, and they decided to bounce me. And I think it destroyed the tournament. I think it destroyed something that the players love to do, and that was reigniting from the Bob Hope kind of had died a little bit, reignited. I mean, I got in and out to go to the driving range in 2007, an in-and-out truck to go to the driving range at the Bob Hope. And there was a European guy, and he was eating like some, stuff you'd never see, Vegemite or some shit. I said, hey, man, put that shit down and go out there and get yourself a double-double. He's like, what? He's what? I said, a double-double. That one comes by, he's like 3 of them. He got one under his chin, he got 2 in his, you're like, it's like in and out. To people who have had it, they love it if you love it. But if you've never had it and you have it on a driving range at a PGA tournament, that's different.
Yeah. So
I think golf has always kind of been maybe a boutique type sport that tried to get bigger, but I think they're kind of confined a little bit in the rules. I mean, the rules are hundreds of years old, but I think sometimes the thought of people can be backward as well. I don't think it helps. I don't think that helps golf. Serves it well.
I mean, like to follow up, like what he's saying, right? Like JR, the better I get to know him, and that's like, this is my dog right here, and we have similar, interests and things like that. And just from the short amount of time of playing golf with him, I noticed he's a big advocate for bringing color into the sport and everything. And I'm obviously going to back him for 100%. But like,
yes.
How do you feel about that, like growing the game, like especially like the way, like us three, we're how do you feel about the game of golf growing, as far as outside the stigma?
Yeah, no, I love it, man. I mean, I've seen it, I've been around it for a long time as a fan, but also it is more colorful, and Steven's done an amazing job of bringing style to golf and things that, are things that you would see in fashion and want. That's what, just head covers and things that would entice somebody that's young to play, that you look cool playing golf. You wear your hat backwards, hat's bigger, brim's flat, sweater, gloves, shoes, all that stuff is you're going to bring the game along. You're going to doing that helps it. But I think any sport, especially something that's worldwide like golf, can only thrive if it allows everybody to play and wants everybody to feel comfortable playing.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Because when they talked about him going pro, playing college golf and everything, I didn't see any hate anywhere. Steven, all good. As soon as I started to play golf at 49, I'm like, I'm an old man. Why can't I play golf? People hate it. It was crazy. And I don't think it was because I was
What
Asian.
is it though? Like they just
Even me, like when I started the brand, I only knew like 2 people who played golf in LA when I lived in LA. It was Eric Carlson and Malto, the 2 skateboarder homies that you guys know as well. But when I would ask my friends, and I came from New York City, and publishing, marketing, advertising, creative, entertainment, weirdo shit, and then I come out here and all my friends are people like you, and streetwear and fashion and skateboarding shit, and I'd say to people, hey, do you want to go golfing on Wednesday? But I wouldn't get a no. I'd get a hell no, just a deep down no. Like, why'd you even ask me that?
Like a disgust of
weirdo.
it.
Yeah, like they were disgusted.
Right.
And I lived in New York for 10, 12 years. Like I didn't golf once. I didn't even tell anybody. Doing creative projects with like Lenny Kravitz and thinking of, we were in the Bahamas doing a project with him, and next door was like a famous golf course. So I knew what was next door, and I was thinking, damn, I want to go over there and play that course. But I was thinking, like, what is this dude going to say when I say I'm leaving you for 5 hours to go be with those people on the golf course? And then I got to come back. You're going to have to hate me after such a thing. And that's literally like where it was, 10 years ago. And I think it's getting better. But like you said, like the establishment it's like, we want this, we want this, we want this. And then sometimes they say, just kidding, let's go play.
Yeah.
right? It's like just us four.
In the mid '90s, I played at Handsome Dam with O.J. Simpson, and
He plays there a lot, man. Still.
no, of course. I ever said to him, first thing I said to him was, "You ever think you'd be in the situation we'd be playing with Mexicans?" Because he was a member at Riviera after, and he was like, he got deep in thought. He goes, "No, just never looked at me. You ever think you'd end up playing golf with all these Mexicans?" No. And so everybody's kind of like, because he's got this big barrel swing, kind of quirky, and I'm just like biting my tongue, and then on 18 he comes across it and hits it, yanks it left, and there's when you drive into Handsome Dam, there's just like this hedge there, and you see it rolling around over there, and everybody's looking, and he's like, "Did anybody see where that went?" And I said, the guy's like, "I think I saw it. Can I play it?" I said, "Hey, well, look at the good side. You're not in jail." I think he owed me like $12, and I said, "Do I have to give any of it to Fred Goldman?" And the motherfucker said, "Fuck Fred Goldman." Alleged. All right. I've been around a long time, man. I've been around a long time, and when I found out you guys were doing this, I mean, I love you guys, and I think you're talking about color and golf. I think this podcast is perfect, and it's exactly what with the social media at the height of where it is. I think this is a great way to get the game out to people and talk about it in a fun way.
Appreciate it.
Man, I appreciate it. Last question, man. Who is your dream foursome?
My dream foursome, alive,
Dead or
Dead or alive.
Man, I would have played with Elvis Presley for the pharmaceuticals. I used to play with Eddie Van Halen, who I love deeply. And I never knew my dad. I think I'd maybe play with my dad. Try to hit him in the back.
Yeah, give those cookies after that.
Yeah. You know what, man? I've had the honor of playing with some great people, but also cats that I play with just on the regular, man, are always fun, like you. And it's always supposed to be, it's just fun anyways, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I never played Twilight before until with you. That was that was amazing. Hitting the 18th hole, and then it was dark, like right there.
That's my favorite time to play.
Oh, absolutely.
And you play early.
The great thing about Lakeside is though, like we're pulling up 16th or 17th hole, and we're going on the crossing right there, and Nick Jonas and Miles Teller are still trying. They're not going to finish 18, not in the dark, and we're about to. It's getting dark now. And it was just cool. Just every time I play with them, there's always a dope vibe there. There's always somebody. Even when I pulled up, it was going to the range. And I can't say the word because it's a word, the cancel culture word. But I was walking to the range, and I was like, "Oh, I'm here with G-Lo." And the guy's like, "Yeah, we good. We know you, Ben Baller. It's all good." And the guy's like, "I don't know you," and won't say the word. And I looked over, and it was Joe Pesci. And I was like, "Oh, what's up?" And then he didn't even. He just walked away. I was like, "Fuck, man, this guy, dude."
They, Jack Nicholson used to be a member there. He left, and him and Joe Pesci got into it on 9 because Billy Andre, the pro, went to give Jack a tip, and because he was hitting it right, and he says, "I think I can help Jack." Billy had just gotten there, and Joe's like, "Yeah, I can tell him, motherfucker." And he's like, yeah, I think I got a tip for you. And Jack's like, yeah. Everybody's got a tip for Jack. Well, I got a tip for you, buddy. You can take your tip and shove it up your fucking ass. And his eyes go like this, and then he walks back, and Joe Pesci goes, "What's the matter? What do you say?" He goes, No, nothing. He goes, "What do you say?" He goes, "Told me to shove my tip up my ass." And Joe Pesci jumps out. He goes, "Hey, you motherfucker, this is my friend, you prick. I don't care who it is." Now you got both those dudes arguing. "I'm not going to debate it. Hey, you motherfucker. You say you're sorry. I'm not going to talk about it anymore." Like a movie. All because the dude shanked it right. I mean, it's amazing. It's awesome.
Thank you for coming, man.
Yeah, thank you so much, George.
Appreciate it.
Anytime.
Really appreciate it, man.
I love you guys, man. Good luck.
Guys, amazing episode, man. I'm Ben Baller.
R. Smith, excuse me. I
Stephen
know.
Marvin, we'll see y'all.
And the legend, George Lopez, part 3. Catch us on the next one.
Xin chào các bạn, mình Tô một bức tranh này nha. ba thấy được em. Lúc chị ba thấy được em, không thấy được là cô. Lúc chị ba thấy được em, thấy không hơn được là Tú. Cảm ơn. Đi lên được. Em muốn nói là chị muốn đó. Yeah, chơi. Em chị ơi đó đi. Em muốn nhẹ. Chị ba sàn. Chị ba muốn nói nhảm giấy thì em cũng thích. Yeah, nó tụi lao. Cha mẹ sẽ ăn ra mặt anh gì? Cha mẹ sẽ ăn ra mặt anh không mơ cái gì anh không có tương lai. Nhắm nhắm vô. Chị nuôi em cũng lớn rồi vậy. Thì sao cha mẹ được? Cha mẹ nói theo tao em nghe. Em đã nói rồi. Cha mẹ em nuôi quá. Em đi đầy. Thì em nói nghe nhớ. Cha mẹ anh nói là em đi học hành. Hỏi anh có cái nặng cái lệch. Hỏi anh có tương lai việc nhắm vô. Cha mẹ em nuôi em, cha mẹ nuôi em không nói được thì nói thôi. Cha mẹ em nuôi em ăn quá thứ thì cha mẹ nói cha mẹ nuôi anh lớn lên. Cha mẹ nuôi anh lớn lên. Cha mẹ nuôi anh lớn lên học hành. Nhưng mà thấy mơ của anh là gì? Nhắm vô. Ủa người ta nói lâu không chị đó. Cha mẹ nuôi anh lớn lên anh học hành mà hãy hỏi cái mơ của anh là gì? Nhắm vô. Khi mà nó hoàn thành một cái bức tranh nha các bạn. Bye bye.